Well, hopefully, Pete, you finish it out and beat Robin to the punch. It's a race now. That's what really we've heard here.
So it sounds like, yeah.
Exactly. Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Banner Saga 3.
Yep, still plugging away at it. I'm on chapter 19, I think I'm at now. I don't know how many chapters there are to finish it. I've seen like a chapter 23, so I don't know if that's the end.
Do you know about how long each chapter is, ish?
Oh,
does it feel like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say it's something like that. I mean, I'm sure if there was somebody a little better at these things than I am, it probably wouldn't take them as long, because I'm kind of, guessing some of the battle stuff. I'm kind of, because there's been a time or two I've taken the wrong people, so then I've had to start over and do it again because I didn't like the outcome. So not all of them are that way, but there's been a few of them where I'm like, yeah, I could probably do that better. So then I go back and try again, and usually it works. So yeah, still plugging away at it. Still trying to figure out what exactly is going on. I did decide to toughen up my character a bit. He was kind of a bit wishy-washy, and there was this one jerk-off that I picked up the last game that has just done nothing but bust my balls since we brought him along. And he ended up doing something that, well, he probably shouldn't have. So I just beat the crap out of him and left him in his prison cell to rot. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. That's about it. I haven't had much time for gaming, so I've pretty much been gaming on the weekends when I have the time. So it kind of works for me because you can, like I said, 20, 30 minutes for a chapter. And if that's all I've got time for, well, at least I feel like I've accomplished something. So
yeah, and that's the important thing. I do struggle right now. A lot of the games I've been playing don't necessarily give that satisfaction of feeling like you've achieved something to move the story a small window.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, games I'm not going to talk about, but I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I've continued to kind of trudge through that, and that's just such a big game.
I was going to say, you said trudge, like maybe you're not quite enjoying it, maybe?
Yeah, there is. I mean, I do enjoy it, but there's so much to it. It's that Witcher 3 problem of you've got question marks all over the place.
Exactly.
And so I don't know that I'll get through. I'll continue forward playing it. I'm really trying to mainline the story as much as possible, but it feels like they've also put in some barriers to kind of keep you from doing that. So leveling things. So anyway, Phoenix Point also, that's a game I've actually been really enjoying a lot. I've been playing a lot of that during the work week because it's a turn-based game, so I can jump into it and have it just kind of sitting idle without fear of having something happen. And that I decided to fire back up was Anthem.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really loved the idea of Anthem. And I had heard they had, gone through and made some big changes to it, but they still have a ton more they want to do to the game. Played through one mission. I see some of the tweaks they've done. They allow you to your mission much faster now. Before you kind of had to go through this process of kind of getting through setting up your Lancer and then launching, and then you went to the launch pad and then you had to launch from there. Now they kind of they skip the whole launch pad sequence. So you say start a mission, it loads things, then it's like you just start out in the wilderness. It's a game that has so much promise. And I kind of want to go back to Fort Tardis. That's the kind of the hub world. So they have NPC characters that you could talk to. The voice acting in this game and the back and forth is actually really good. It's meaningless. So you talk to a lot of characters and you have choices to make within the characters, and it's basically like left trigger, right trigger on how you want to respond to their question or something they say. But none of that. So you can respond a certain way. Dialogue tree up a little bit in terms of how the dialogue goes, back and forth. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. There's no consequence to and this is, I think, something that as fans of BioWare, we kind of expected and wanted there to be consequence to our choices. So the game still feels like it misses the mark in that regard. The in small spurts is good. And what I mean by that is I don't feel like they've changed